What we're going to show you in this video is the breakdown of how you could quit your job sooner than you ever thought, or that you might even be free to do what you love doing right now. Most people, they go into property investing because they want to have more time. And how do they get more time? They stop doing what they're currently doing. And that could mean that they quit their job. Now, I'm not saying that everybody wants to quit their job. I know loads of people, we help loads of people become financially free, whatever that means, you know. It's just like being able to solve a money problem. That's what financially free means. It doesn't mean that your passive income exceeds your expensive. That's one way of putting a definition. My definition is, what size money problem can you solve? Because I don't want to be limited to a 10K a month income and that's it. Like, or what? So now if my expenditure wants to be more, I'm not financially free anymore? That's crazy. What we're going to show you in this video is the breakdown of how you could quit your job sooner than you ever thought, or that you might even be free to do what you love doing right now. So I want to give you a few different examples here, but the first thing is I want to give you a quick breakdown to this. So this is the months, yeah? So how many months we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this example, I want to give a 6 months example. So, and reason being is because a lot can happen in 6 months. Some people think things take years to do. But let me show you how you can do things very quickly. So when I first started this, by the way, people were like, oh yeah, I need like £1,200, £1,500 a month to be able to live, to be able to survive, even if I simplify. Now, I don't know what's going on in the world, people are like, I need £3,000, I need £4,000. So let's just go, you know, with the £3,000. So some people, they say, look, I need 3K every single month, passive income, so I can live the life I want. That's me succeeding in property investing. Now, what then people want to do is move into it full time, do it full time, spend more time doing it so they can get more results, make more money, and that can happen. Some people, they're pushed, like a redundancy will happen, or they'll get fired, or something will happen in their industry. Very few people jump. I'm telling you, the quickest way is to jump. Number one, the reason, like when you jump, you're doing it on your terms, yeah, so you're in control. But number two, when you jump, you're doing it right now. You're not waiting for something specific in your life to happen. So let's have a look at this. 3K every single month, passive income. So I might need, for that to happen, I could buy a house. I could separate it out into, you know, 6-bed HMO. I could buy a house and, you know, have it as a buy-to-let. And these are going to give me various amounts of income. Now, we know that we could do one of these. We could, you know, buy something for about 150 plus, sometimes 200. We could probably spend the same amount on it. We could turn it into something that's worth 450. And then when we refinance it, we're going to be able to pay this back from the refinance money here. And we're going to have some cash left over. Plus, then when I pay the mortgage on this, I am then going to be getting like 3.5 grand to £4,000. We did an example that was 3,900 in another video. So if you're not picking up every single video we do, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the comments, then YouTube's going to keep feeding you these videos as and when that we post them out there. Yeah, so anyway, now you're going to use the revenue to pay the mortgage and the bills, and I'll be left with between 1,000 to maybe 1,800, just depending on how the deal stacks. Let's just take the bare minimum and say 1,000. That means I now need 3 of these properties done, dusted, giving me this much money. So then each month I can have £3,000. Now, if I need that, that doesn't even take into consideration, you know, I've got to be able to pay myself out of the company, which is a whole other video training, you know, community of people that we've got, how to be tax efficient, how to use a business to your massive advantage and use all the government's tax incentives that they give you, all of the, not just income tax incentives, but tax incentives as a business on what projects to work on. For example, new builds, VAT exempt. HMOs, only 5% VAT rather than 20% VAT. So there's all these different incentives that you can use to make sure more money's in your pocket, and then you use that old adage of pay yourself first. Plus all the expenses that it costs you and takes you to run your business, where normally people are just paying this out of their personal money. But hold on a second, what about all the faculties and the resources that it costs you? Even your training is a tax deductible expense for you to be progressing and moving your company forward. Like all of the training and coaching that we give to our employees and our staff and our team members are all tax deductible, because it's what is running the business, it's what's elevating and getting the results. Anyway, that's something else. So if I need to get 3 of these, yeah, and by the way, let's say £500 from a buy-to-let, and by the way, to get £500 you've got to do a really good job to be able to get that, and how many of those are going to need? I'm going to need 6 of those. Yeah, so 6 of those buy-to-lets to be able to get that 3K. Now here's something that people miss. Yeah, so I'm just going to come over here a minute and I'll come back to the money. Yeah, what about I go ahead and I buy myself a house and I renovate this house, or maybe I even look for some land at the side of it, yeah, where I can build another house. This is the strategy, what we call a flip, yeah, and selling. So if I want to buy this, you know, say 100,000, you know, I'm going to spend 100,000 on it, and then I'll sell it for 300,000. Yeah, I'm just coming up with some basic numbers just to make it really easy. So now I made £100,000 in there. You know what, based on this, I want to give you a more realistic example of something that actually happened. So just scratch these numbers, but this is actually something that I did before, which was buy a house with land on it, and then we built a house on it as well. So this one, let me remember off the top of my head, and the whole lot was 250. So I think we allocated 115 over to the land because we split the title when we first did it. So what would that leave, by the way? 250 minus 115, 135. So that means 135 was allocated over to this property here. Now I know we spent about 40,000 on it, yeah, and then we went and sold it for like 235. 235, take away 135, take away 40. So £60,000. Now, on the other side over here, this cost us more than what we first thought, but it cost us 130k to build this property over here, which then we wanted to go and sell for 495. Yeah, 495. We wasn't, so hold on. Yeah, 495. We wasn't able to sell it for 495. You know what? We couldn't even sell it for 450. So what we ended up doing was turning it into a buy-to-let and refinancing it. So when we refinanced it, we did manage to refinance it at £475,000. Now the bank now gives us 75%. What's 75% of 475? 356, yeah, and some change. So now the bank pays us 356,000. So then we pay off all of this. 356, take away 115, take away 130, 111. Yeah, which leaves us £111,000. So by doing these type of deals, we now have £171,000. But let's just leave the new build over there that we turn into a buy-to-let. But what I'm saying is this got you cash in the bank. Yeah, selling this also got you cash in the bank. So then, to be able to run your business and to be able to pay yourself as an expense to run this job, because you can obviously be the project manager yourself, we got 60k here. So if I only need 3k a month, how many months have I just now bought myself to be able to be free to do what I want, building my business and so on? 20 months. Yeah, so months, 20. You know, 60k, making on here 20 months. Even if you wanted to take half of it into tax, which it's not going to be, I just bought myself 10 months. And it's not going to be that, it's going to be more. But let's say worst case scenario, all the skeptical people out, because I was skeptical when I first started getting and being aware of this stuff. I got this coming, by the way, which is another 111,000. So again, another, let's just say 100,000, and I only need 3 divided by 3K. I got 33 months. 33 months. Yeah, but this is now, 33 months. But now we're not on like, oh, how much do I need to be free? We're now like, how much do I need to be able to go and live the life, you know, help not just myself, not just my family, but all of my loved ones, all of the people. How can I go out there and have big positive impact? How can I now work on a project that I love doing? Maybe it's music, maybe it's writing, maybe it's environmental change. And by the way, I'm just saying all the stuff that I've heard from the real life community of since they got property working for them, their money's working for them, this is the stuff that they go out there and do. Does this make sense to you? Do you like it? Does this make sense? So the combination of, and by the way, you could do all of these projects, which is just like what I did. You could do all of these projects. You can do the renovation and sell it as a flip. You can build a new house and sell it as a flip, or you can do a refinance. And by the way, when you do when you do HMOs, you can also get the cash flow on a monthly basis, but also you can get the refinance money as well. You know, so cash dropping into the bank all the time from multiple different places. The days are gone of just one source of income or one mechanism or method that you have, normally a job, normally a paycheck, just one method of income coming in. No. And I tell you something else, when you get this property game working for you, and for some of the people that they come to business and property wealth, I don't just show you property, but I show you how to run it as a business. We train people right there and then of how to set up joint ventures, structure them, raise finance, find deals, hone their strategy as well, but also have the mindset. Because knowing what to do is one thing, but being able to do what you know, completely different thing. Because it's a combination of all this technical development here, plus also the personal development, so I get out of my own way and I take some action. So look, let me know questions you got. Subscribe to this channel, hit the share button on here, get this data out to people, because people can be free sooner than they thought. And I'm not talking about financially free, I'm talking like mind free. You know, you got space to think now, space to do. Another point here as well is, look, if you got no money, I've just gave you a way that you can start making it happen. Because all of this, with the videos, with the training that we provide to people, you can come along and but like have the guidance and be shown by not just me, but all the real life community, that you can do this using none of your own money. But let's say you do have money. Yes, you can invest it in here as well, but also you could make the jump. Let's say if you've got 60K or 50K yourself, you've got 10 months to say, right, that's it. I'm going to pay myself the amount of money that I need, in this example, 3K. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on this full time. In fact, one of our very awesome tribe members, ex-professional footballer, but he hadn't been playing football for years. He was actually studying at university and he had another job on the side as well. And he came to his first session and he was like, hey, I quit my job. So he had some savings. He was like, I've got to make this work. So that might also be for you as well. But rather than sit there doing something that you don't like, how about you go create a life that you love? You don't need a vacation from, although you still go on vacation. But you'll be free straight away. You just use that and say, right, I'm going to allocate X amount each month, and I'm going to make sure that I plan this deal across these months. But you've got to make sure you get the right training, the right coaching, the right mentoring, get around the right people, because if you don't, it could be very costly indeed. So some people say, oh, you know, but it costs me money to have a coach. You know, why am I going to invest in that? I get my information for free. Yeah, of course you can. The information is out there. It pretty much is. You know, anything that I've wanted to do in life, whether it be around business, whether it be around starting a new venture, the information's out there. But you know where I made the quickest progress? Mentors, associates, joint ventures, coaching, one-on-one, group training, community, brainstorming, masterminds, all of those awesome things. So that's what I would recommend that you do. Get involved, do something, get around people, and until next time, do the right thing for the right reason, because that is the only way to discover your true potential.